Understudies frequently have worries over deciding on advanced education by means of separation learning, as they need clearness about the upsides and downsides of this method of training. It's a smart thought to comprehend the favorable circumstances and inconveniences of seeking after a degree through separation instruction before you choose if you need to go for this mode. You should understand that separation instruction probably won't be the best decision for each understudy, yet understanding its focal points and disadvantages can assist you with choosing if separation learning is directly for you. Points of interest of separation learning. 1. You can seek after a vocation alongside examines. A significant lump of understudies who really select separation instruction are the individuals who would prefer not to surrender their employments yet need an advanced education, as well. Separation instruction comes as a gift for such understudies. You can concentrate on the ends of the week, when you have returned from work or even in the center of the night. You get the chance to learn while you procure. 2. You can set aside cash for some random program. The expense of a separation training degree on the web or something else might be significantly more reasonable than the charge of a standard nearby degree. Understudies who are searching for monetarily feasible alternatives can go for a separation learning program. 3. You spare time. There's no time squandered in going to and from school, no time squandered sitting tight for a transport or train. In a separation learning program, your study hall is directly in your room, the examination material around your work area or the e-material on your PC. Understudies who need more time on their hands can go to separate training as an alternative and seek after it from the solace of their homes. 4. You can learn at your own pace. The possibility of returning to study hall training can be scary for a significant number of us. Posing an inquiry or uncovering that you can't get a handle on an idea in class can be very humiliating for some understudies. Separation instruction acts the hero here. In the event that you are self-trained and self-spurred, the best advantage of separation instruction is that you can learn at your own pace. Different individuals learn in various manners and at various velocities. In a study hall, when everybody is being shown together, it is regularly hard to have each understudy on the same wavelength. A few understudies are too bashful to even consider raising their questions in class. This is the place separation training has a bit of leeway over a customary grounds program. Since you are given all coursework in advance, you can concentrate so a lot or as meager as you need each day, as long as you complete your investigation material inside the specified time. On the off chance that you've questions or inquiries, there are conversation discussions, visit offices with workforce and complete help from the separation training supplier. 5. You can contemplate at whatever point, any place, except in situations where you need to go to an online instructional exercise at a given time or a talk through video conferencing. You can basically examine at whatever point you need to, any place you decide to. You need not be stuck in a study hall, yet can go concentrate in your nursery, on your family room love seat or in the solace of your own bed. Independent of whether you're a morning warbler or an evening person, you can pick an ideal time to contemplate at whatever point you're at your beneficial best. 6. Picking up acknowledgement among businesses. Distance training throughout the years has at long last discovered some acknowledgement among managers, which is an empowering sign. For whatever length of time that the separation learning program is certified, you need not be concerned. In India, all separation training programs that are affirmed by the Distance Education Council (DEC) stand naturally perceived with the end goal of work to posts and administrations under the central government. Private division businesses likewise esteem a separation instruction degree now, and even urge representatives to seek after advanced education alongside their activity with the goal that workers can create aptitudes and skill in their field of work. Read 5 online education trends to watch in India in 2017. Be that as it may, there's a flip side to each story. A factor that is favorable for one understudy may end up being a downside for another. Here are a few circumstances that can turn out as drawbacks of separation learning. Disservices of separation learning. 1. Odds of interruption high. With no staff around for eye-to-eye connection and no colleagues who can help with steady updates about pending assignments, the odds of getting occupied and forgetting about cut-off times are high. You have to keep yourself persuaded and centered on the off chance that you need to effectively finish your separation adapting course. Separation training is anything but a smart thought on the off chance that you will in general linger and can't adhere to cut-off times. 2. Concealed expenses. Although the expense of a separation instruction program is normally less expensive than an ordinary program, there can be shrouded costs included. For instance, if your separation adapting course is offered on the web, you may need to cause some underlying costs like introducing a PC and getting a solid internet association. You may need to purchase extra assets, for example, a printer, a web camera, etc. A few costs may be repeating, similar to support and power costs. 3. Confounded innovation. Overdependence on innovation can be a significant disadvantage in separation learning method of instruction, particularly when the learning happens in an online situation. Any breaking down programming or equipment can carry a continuous class to a stop and intrude on the learning procedure. So also, if an understudy isn't PC and technically knowledgeable, his learning experience can be dissatisfactory. 4. Nature of workforce traded off. Often viewed as the lesser cousin of standard instruction, separation training is frequently tormented by absence of enough great quality employees. In different cases, regardless of whether the educator is acceptable, the individual in question may not be okay with instructing in an online situation. In some cases, the innovation probably won't do full equity to the conveyance and plan of the course. An understudy misses out in every one of these situations. Separation training suppliers ought to understand that it isn't the innovation, however great and successful educators, that instruct understudies. 5. Flawed validity of degrees. Even however separation and online instruction is beginning to get acknowledgement, there are still a great deal of fake and non-authorized degrees being advertised. With the expansion in the quantity of separation online projects, the quantity of trick administrators are additionally rising. This influences the believability of perceived separation learning degrees among forthcoming businesses. 6. Miss out on systems administration. The benefits of seeking after a standard program go past only cooperation with instructors and great course content. MBA moves on from chief business colleges. B schools in India would vouch for the way that the chances to coordinate with set up graduated class, prestigious workforce and industry heads go far in clearing a protected vocation. A separation learning program misses out on this significant angle. Peruse 10 advantages of web-based learning. Regardless of these apparent disadvantages, separation learning is picking up ubiquity among understudies more than ever, with numerous understudies happy with their learning experience. With further advances in innovation and all the more preparing to adjust instructors to this new method of learning, the inconveniences in separation learning can before long be sifted through. Despite its numerous burdens, separation learning gives understudies who wish to have more noteworthy solace and flexibility in seeking after a course all the more learning decisions. The key favorable circumstances of separation instruction are that they permit understudies to utilize insignificant budgetary assets to get to different learning apparatuses. The utilization of video conferencing apparatuses makes web-based learning much progressively vivid. This builds the capacity to assemble data on a particular subject and to safeguard it. Separation instruction anyway restrains social connection, requires the utilization of complex innovation, and a few managers see it contrarily. Any understudy who needs to enlist for a confirmation or advanced education should adjust among focal points and hindrances so as to choose if it is the correct choice. Separation preparing will for the most part be the ideal choice for understudies working.